So physically, if we just look in general of whatever we see around us, in the mirror, or outside, wherever, whenever we see a kind of round shape, it always seems that there will be something of a kapha. Kapha is always anything that is round, bulky, with a sense of heaviness also. The way we walk, someone that makes lots of noise walking might have some density in the body, so that can be a kapha attribute, a kapha quality. The hair of a kapha is always also thick, heavy, curly, grows quickly, needs to be trimmed very, very often. The nails, the same for the kapha people. They can do anything they want with their nails. It never breaks, it's very strong. It grows quickly also, pretty fast. And the body, same way. The body has the capacity of this density and bring things together. Kapha, the definition of kapha, that's what it is. It's the property of binding together. So the kapha will always be the one that collect towards one being or one person. So physically, the collection will be seen with more muscles. That could be people that are bodybuilders and they want to build muscles, and then they are stocky and heavy. And then if they don't have this beautiful V shape, then the kapha will transform in A shape, where the muscles will be transformed in fat that will be always localized around the hip, the waist, and the buttock. And if we look also at the way a person stands, the print when we walk will be stronger in the ground. So physically, anything that is round in shape and with this kind of mass or volume will always be related to a water earth element, and that will be the kapha dominant element. The vata always completely the opposite of the kapha. So the vata is bony, doesn't have so much adipose tissue, because when we look at the different characteristics of vata, two of the qualities is dry and rough. For the vata people, it's difficult to keep a kind of moisture or to keep a kind of oiliness. They will be naturally dry by nature. They might not feel this dryness of something as something that is disturbing, because they've always been like that, so they can have dry eyes, but it doesn't bother them. It bothers them when it becomes imbalance. So as long as we feel it's fine, or it's always been like that, then it's no issue, it's a balanced state. But as soon as it's more than usual, and now it creates a shakiness, questions, an anxiety, a doubt, then it becomes an imbalance, and that's when we need to look at it. So physically, in the body, we will see a body that doesn't have so much shape. It follows the structure of the skeleton, and it doesn't have much muscles or much fat to cover it. No matter how much the vata can eat, that's not how so much they're going to put on weight for them. Putting on weight for the vata, or to keep a good shape or even shape, would be by doing exercise that increase the muscles. And with the food, to eat a food that is rich in protein, to also give a kind of bulk. In Ayurveda, we believe that what is lacking, we replace by the similar, and it will be much easier absorbed by the body, because the similar attract the similar. So Vata people that are lacking in muscle shape, they can have a cute little muscle by doing lots of exercise or going to the gym and build up the muscle. They don't do exercise for 1 week and the muscle vanishes. So for them, a diet that is rich in protein will allow the protein that are made of for the muscle to construct or to build faster. So a diet that is rich in protein for Vata people is always good. They have a kind of liking for carbs because the sugar also it feels it's more filling. But these carbs that the Vata absorb, it's more used for the nervous system that is constantly on the edge and burns a lot of energy. So they can eat their pasta, they can eat bread, they can have lots of rice. It won't produce so much weight in them because it's the nervous system that wastes it all basically with the 10,000 ideas and projects and activities they are doing in a day. When we look at the hair from the Vata people, the hair will be growing till a certain length and then after it stops. Or it breaks, it becomes brittle, or it splits, or dryness. The Vata person can dream to have long hair that goes to the ground. Never. Unless they wear a wig. No, it can go to the shoulders more or less, or a little bit, but then after keeps on. It's just the property of the Vata, it's the characteristic of it. When we look at the eyes, everything is kind of angular or uneven shape with the Vata. Now, with the teeth, for example, it becomes more and more difficult to see because they put all the bracelets. We can't see the difference. But normally, a Vata person will always have teeth that are a little bit uneven and like not in a perfect shape like the... So these also typical characteristics. Or they look like kind of longish and with the space, or it's not at all even. So that would be the teeth for the Vata. Whereas the teeth for the Kapha, they are strong, they can open bottles with their teeth, they can break nuts, they really have strong teeth. Vata people, they have to be careful, they can feel lots of cracks or whatever with their teeth. And the gum, that might not cover the roots, so lots of sensitivity between the gum and the teeth. And this is due to the dryness of the body that doesn't moisture the gum. And so then after, when the gum is not moisture, they can withdraw like quite easily. So Vata people brush their teeth with the very soft, but after they use their finger and they brush their gum or with oil to also keep the moisture on the gum. The coconut or sesame. Coconut because it's rich, so it gives a feeling of being more moistured, but sesame is more volatile, so it will be absorbed better. And then we can do according to the taste. It can be also olive oil or groundnut oil. Everything is very angular. The bones of the cheeks, of the mandibular are also quite strained, or the chin is uneven, like maybe a little bit crooked. The nose also, it's not really straight. So the Vata people have a very specific look that you look at them twice, like there's something that is like doesn't attract like the Kapha. The Kapha, you look at the Kapha person, you feel like melting and completely attracted. With the Vata look, it's more like it's beautiful, but there is something that is not correct. The nail, same as the hair. It has the same property. It can break very easily, not so strong, or split. Still Vata, yeah. And the Pitta person will be in between of Kapha and Vata. So the body of a Pitta person is quite even, and it could be a person you see that you feel, oh, put on weight, and the next day you see, oh, lost weight. So it's the Pitta person is a person that increases and loses weight very, very easily. 2-3 kilos more, 2-3 kilos less, there's no issue. Or it can be in winter taking more kilos, 4, 5, 6 kilos, and in the summer lose it very quickly. What characterizes the Pitta? The hair of the Pitta would be a hair that is shapeless, like a silky long hair, shiny long hair, like the Korean, Japanese, this kind of hair that is long and silky. You want to curl or you want to make some things with the Pitta hair, it won't be easy. It will just drop automatically. The nails for the Pitta people will be very soft. They can be strong, but if you want to pinch something or to use your nail, they just bend very, very easily. They don't have so much strength. They have the flexibility, but no strength. They don't break easily, but they're flexible. If we look also at the muscles, it's the same as the Vata people. If Pitta people don't build up their muscle by doing exercise that makes them strong, they can lose the muscle power very easily. It's only the Kapha person that keeps the muscle tight and strong easily. Pitta people, they can build a good strength, but they will not keep the bulk if they don't do exercise. So same as Vata, if the diet has more protein, then they will have this capacity to keep the muscle a little bit longer than usual. One of the characteristics of Pitta is flexibility. So for them, the joints are easily very flexible. It can be the first class of yoga, and they go into the asanas, no issue, no problem, they think no yoga, but Pitta people, no yoga anyway. But they have to be careful when they do yoga of this flexibility of the joints. For them, gaining in flexibility, it's not what's going to help them during yoga. They need to build the muscles to tighten up, to make sure that they don't overstretch the tendons. So the Pitta people are more also for building the bulk of the muscles compared to the flexibility. Kapha people have to work for the flexibility. Kapha people are all stucky. It's difficult for them to expand this density. Unless it's warm, then it can expand easily. But Kapha people do much better in yoga, even if they believe they are not good, but that's what does them best to them. Because now they're going to give space in between the cells, the tissues, and make the tendons a little bit longer and the ligaments. For the Vata people, yoga would be more depending on the season. During the summer, they won't have any problem. They feel good to do yoga. They feel they are flexible. It's all fine. But winter or monsoon, as soon as the weather is a little bit cooler, cold, then they will find lots of rigidity in the joints and in the tendons. During monsoon and winter, it's much better to do a yoga in a closed place where it's warm for the Vata. We have the three of them, and there is always one dominant that will tell, yes, this person is more Kapha or more Pitta or more Vata. With the Pitta person, you see the Pitta person, there's a kind of shininess that comes from them, or maybe in the eyes, maybe the skin that looks bright and shiny, or a good luster. From the Kapha, it really feels like you come next to them and you breathe, you feel more calmness and more. They have this energy of calming down people. Always to remember those 6 words for each. Vata will be cold, dry, rough, light, clear, and moving. In a state of well-being, Vata will not at all suffer from that. It feels good, it feels normal, it feels absolutely fine. But as soon as a Vata person or Pitta or Kapha feels more coldness, dryness, roughness, lightness, and loads of movement, then we can say that it's a Vata aggravation. That can also occur in a Pitta person and in a Kapha person. Then the Pitta, the attributes to the Pitta is hot, light, intense, or sharp for the fire elements, and then sour, strong smell, and fluid and liquid for the more water element. So the Pitta will always manifest with a kind of heat somewhere, even heat everywhere in the body. Pitta people feel hot, but it doesn't mean that if they are in the full sun, it will be too much for them. If the Pitta is balanced in the body, they can go out into the sun and they don't have any problem. It will be only if they feel more hot than usual. Lightness, that means that they don't eat sufficient or food that is nourishing enough to be able to calm this digestive fire that is very strong and potent. So the fire burns things very quickly without giving enough support to the body to nourish the whole body. So then there will be lightness, loss of weight and all. Intense, sharp. So that can be this the digestion that is very quick. A Pitta person can digest within 2 hours and feel hungry 2 or 3 hours. The Pitta people are known to eat often, regularly, but because they are hungry. The metabolism is fast, the absorption is also fast. They go to the toilet 2 or 3 times a day to clear all this. So everything is quite, it's fast and it's also burning pretty much. So they need to have their 3 meals a day well composed. For them, protein, carbs, and fibers, it's no problem. And the Kapha one, the characteristic will be cold, heavy, oily, or greasy, slow in motion, low metabolism. Everything takes time to be done, and it's just normal. We can't push a Kapha person to go faster. Kapha has their own pace, and this pace is a pace that will last for a long time. They are the people that never get tired with the task because they know how to manage their energy. Slowly but surely, that's what is good for them. The stability of the Kapha makes a strong being, a strong person, someone you can lean on, someone you can count on. Very good. But as soon as the imbalance happens, the stability becomes stagnation, and stagnation then is something that needs to be treated. When we will see all the imbalance of the different kind, we will see also the opposite characteristics. The doshas and the organs. Kapha, even if it's the heaviest, is the one located in the upper part of the body. And when it comes to the organs, it will always be linked to the upper part of the stomach and the lungs. So the respiratory system is linked to Kapha. And also because of the resistance and the endurance and the perseverance of the Kapha, the immunity is also, or the immune system is also under the Kapha attribute. So you have a strong immunity, you make sure that your Kapha is of a good shape and strong in you. Then we have the Pitta Dosha, Pitta fire. So fire, automatically we associate it with the digestive fire. So it starts from the bottom part of the stomach, but mostly in the small intestine. The big site of Pitta, it's in the small intestine. And from the small intestine, we also include the organs that have the digestive enzymes to give the transformation of the matter. So included into or under Pitta with the digestive system is the gallbladder, the liver, and pancreas that can be either Kapha because it digests the sweet thing, or Pitta also because it has these enzymes, the digestive enzymes to digest any sweet or glucose. Liver, I would say, will be the main organ to make sure Pitta functions well, but the pot where Pitta cooks It's the small intestine. It's where everything happens. Then in Ayurveda, we also make a close link between the spleen and the liver. It's like liver is the big brother and the spleen is the little sister. If the liver goes well, the spleen is probably going well. And if the spleen doesn't feel good, then it will affect the liver automatically. So in Ayurveda, whenever we want to treat the spleen, for example, we will make sure that the liver is good and healthy. The other system that is under Pitta for the transformation, which one would you think of? Pitta will always be linked to the transformation, to transform something into a new matter. And we have one system that is specifically dedicated to this endocrine system, hormonal system. So any hormonal imbalances, we definitely need to look after Pitta. And why not bombard liver with good things and give a diet that suits Pitta at that time, and probably the hormones will be again rebalanced. So hormones are linked to Pitta. And finally, the Vata one. So Vata is located in the lower part of the body, and the site where Vata lives, it's in the bowel, the colon. A good movement of Vata in the bowel, that means proper excretion in the morning or during the day, then will make Vata always calm and happy. The system that is linked to Vata will be urinary system and circulation, and the nervous system that is the master of all the movement. So that's why also it's linked to Vata. So physiologically now, the energy that is produced from this dosha, the dosha can give a physical aspect by the different characteristics we saw. It gives characteristics to the matter, but also it gives an energy depending on the fire, how it burns, depending how the water flows, depending how the air blows. All this will give also an attitude or a way of behaving that is typical to each and every dosha. So the Vata, you will always see the person in a move, busy doing something, probably with lots of things, bags hanging, one bottle in one hand, a book in the other, or the mobile. And so it always looked like a lot of movement around the person. And then there are lifestyles that push also this kind of attitude. But the Vata, you will see, it's also by being thin and lean, it feels like the person is flying or not touching the ground. Lots of movement. Pitta Energy is so competitive. I am not sufficient. I need to improve. I need to be better. I have to, I should. Pushing. They have objectives, challenges, aims. They need a direction to be able to function properly. They need to have one direction to be able to do something. So there won't be people that have many different projects at the same time, because it's difficult for them to split their attention in different things. They love to be single-minded, single task. It's an energy that feels also intense. They are the people that comes, and if the Pitta are balanced, wow, you feel there is like this famous glow, but also the guru. The name guru means the heaviness of knowledge that that person emanate. And Pitta, when it's balanced, it has also this kind of presence and charisma that you would trust easily without doubt, because it feels like it comes from the right place and a good place. So the Pitta people have this property, if they are well balanced, to be natural leaders. They have clear ideas, they have clear mind, they know how to express it in a very concise, precise manner for everyone to understand, and it looks like, okay, let's go, we do that. So the Pitta people are very good analyzing situations, organizing situations. Vata people would come with lots of ideas. We're going to do this, and we add this, and the Pitta people would be there to organize or do the diagram or to plan the task how it should be. What comes out of the mouth from the Pitta might be sometimes a little bit rude, a little bit undiplomatic, a little bit too straightforward. They need, when they express themselves, they need to learn a little bit to soften the angles and to be maybe a little bit more diplomatic or like round. Kapha physiologically and in the energy, there's no issue, no problem. They are highly optimistic. They love to be at the service of others, helping the others, finding solutions. Whenever there's a need, they will always be the first one to come forward and to help, to listen, to support, to love, to give a hug, and all this. So they are really the social workers. They do everything, but it takes some time. They are with the energy, the slow. For them, there's no issue of spending 3-4 hours in doing something as long as I'm seated and with friends or whatever, but they are happy of the less and least movement. They don't like to push themselves. And so by being a little bit sometimes too stable, can create the heaviness or can close themselves to the outside. Kapha people will be the people that have friends from childhood till the end of life. They are not the ones that have many friends and change friends. No, they are very faithful. They are faithful and helpful with a small amount of friends. They could be happy for the rest of their life with 2 best friends, and that's it. But the family also is very important. So they are very much family orientated. They need to spend time with the family. They need to have their own family. And also, if the family lives far away, wherever they are, they're going to recreate a family-like thing. So for them, the bonding with people is very affectionate, very much in the heart. The Kapha is delayed because everything is slow. The Vata comes late because there were too many things to do. And the Pitta will probably be 5 minutes before. Agni, it's the concept of fire that we will feel at all different levels in the body. So Agni is the power of transformation that we have. In the physical, it will be the digestive fire and the hormones that will transform the matter into something else. In the vital, it will be the flame that gives you clarity and allows you to digest any emotions or to understand any emotion that comes and goes. And in the mental, Agni will be the light that gives you understanding, gives you clarity, and gives you maybe more intuition and all. So Agni is always the thing that will bring to you something that makes a sense of ease, because the digestion is done properly, and of lightness in the vital and in the mental, the lightness of being. It's Agni that allows this. So the flame of transformation, to digest emotion. Agni gives to the heart and the mind the comprehension, the clarity, the consciousness, or the mindfulness. It's the one that allows you to perceive faith, aspiration, and gives you inspiration for your act, or to be able to do your dharma, what you came here for. And it will be the power of transformation. So whatever comes across your heart or your mind Agni is always here to be able to understand what's going on. So now I understand I have a Vata imbalance, I am anxious, so I'm going to do this because Vata is imbalancing me. And that's this Agni that allows the heart and the mind to stay pure. We are not pure, but every second we have a chance to keep it pure, no matter what comes across. And it's this Agni that is the one that helps you to come back to more peaceful or understanding in what is manifesting right now in your body. So that's all the subtle part of Agni, something that we are not so much aware of, or we don't know how to palpate it or how to touch it. But the one that digests the matter, it's an Agni that we are very much aware of, because the first manifestation of Agni for the metabolism would be the appetite. You feel hungry, that's Agni calling for food. You feel thirsty, it's Agni calling for water. So you have all these different manifestations of Agni that are of different nature. So the appetite to eat the food and then to metabolize for the absorption, to make the growth, that's what the digestive power allows the body to do. So for the growth of the cells. And also when you reach the Pitta stage where one cell dies, one cell regenerates, so now you have your adult body, Agni is also functioning, but if we keep an attention, or if we were taught at that time, we could have seen that going from teenagehood into adulthood, our Agni or our appetite or digestion would be a little bit different compared to the teenage time. And now we will be able to experience it's from moving from Pitta phase to Vata phase. So it's always around the menopause when there is again a hormone change in the body that slowly Pitta reduces. There's no more hormones that are secreted by the body for the reproduction. And Vata starts kicking in, coming in to slowly bring more decay into the body, the aging process. So the digestive fire, it starts from the saliva in your mouth that are the first enzymes to dislocate the food. Then the peptic juices in the stomach that are also dislocating. And then when we come to the duodenum and the duodenum and the small intestine, then we have the bile from the liver and some insulin from the pancreas to start digesting. So all these juices here, the digestive fire, that's what it includes. All these different juices from the different organs to be able to transform protein, glucose, and lipids and fibers. And the complexion, the way after, when we look at Pitta, one of the Pitta is the one that is related to the complexion and the luster of the skin. So a beautiful skin is also, there is lots of Agni in our skin. Then the three gunas. Three gunas mean three qualities. So the three qualities of the mind. In Ayurveda, we believe that the mind is close to the heart when the mind is balanced. So that means your intuition, your inspiration, or the aspiration comes from the heart, or from the soul, or from a deeper, deeper being. So when the mind and the heart are close together, it's when you experience sattva much better. So sattva will always be the quality of the mind that will always make you feel good, happy, at peace, understanding, with compassion, empathy for the others, good discernment of what's happening, and everything. So the sattva is always the part of you that is totally open to the world, totally understanding oneself, and totally linked also with the higher self and higher being. Sattva will never put you sick. Sattva will always make you recover, make you heal yourself, cure yourself, and also keep you in a good health always. But Rajas and Tamas, they have two sides, flip of a coin. Either they are positive and they give you, Rajas would be the one that allows you to have the movement. You wake up in the morning full of vitality, you had a good sleep, you are energized, and you start the day with a good mood and lightness of being. That's Rajas showing what you have in you. So Rajas is making you move in a nice and even movement. It's the one that gives you enthusiasm, happiness, lightness of being. But if Rajas gets aggravated, then, so Rajas here we saw it's the one that allows you to do things without being an effort. You're not pushing yourself to do. So it's linked to Vata. So as soon as Rajas becomes negative or becomes unhealthy for the body, it's when there is too much movement, when things become chaotic, hectic, or like you run around like a headless chicken. Like it feels like you are not at all in control of everything. And either you're going to react with the Vata attitude that will be stress, anxiety, fear, worries, or being scared, or you're going to react like with the Pitta attitude of frustration, irritation, impatience, not satisfied. So Rajas, when it's imbalance, even though it's Vata that can be the energy that is dominant, but also Pitta imbalance is very much seen in Rajas. Tamas, when it's well balanced and it's good for the body, will be the same energy as Kapha. It's the one that becomes stable, or at the end of the day, you've been doing a day full of good things for you, for the others, for the community, for the world and the universe. Now you can rest and take a good sleep and a nice quiet moment. So Tamas will be the one that helps your senses to slowly withdraw and go into sleeping. So it's the one that allows you to regenerate, rejuvenate, relax, and to feel comfortable and with a sigh of relaxation. Now comes the end of the day. And the opposite would be, now you are sitting, you don't want to move anymore. So Tamas will be the one that sticky, slimy, move, and doesn't want to move. So in the energy, it would be full stagnation, or it could be people that are absolutely scared or don't want to change the routine, don't want to change what is known. They are highly conservative with what is. They are scared of the change. They love security. So anything that brings them out of the boundaries, then Tamas can react. And so there will be the people that are feeling that they are victims. When we go further with the Tamas attitude, it will be all the way till feeling victim, but also becoming bad for the others, like murderers, rapers. They have absolutely no light inside of them to allow to have a wake-up call or something. They are completely embodied in a cloud of darkness. Depending on whatever comes in the experience, the education, the family we come from and all, this can be altered. So sattva, it's also something that can be cultivated by all the things we like. It gives us inspiration and all.